wild horses could not keep me from doing my somatics. I don't care what's going on. I am doing my somatics in the morning.
Welcome, everyone. This is Callie from Bold and Visible, and I'm here with Lynda Nicholson. And Lynda is an incredible woman in our community, and she has a real fun story to tell about her experience in the Feminine Somatic Integration Method, and specifically the floor work that we do together. Lynda, welcome here.
Thank you, Callie, for having me.
Incredibly fun. I love doing interviews at this stage in our process because we're still in process, and I can't wait to talk to you about what's shifted somatically for you and you know, in your body and in the way you perceive life. So I'd love to start. Lynda, will you tell us what was life like for you before stepping into this somatic work with us?
Whew. Life was very heavy, honestly. I was really in a state, I didn't realize it, but I was in a state of stress that was apparently, and becomes more apparent now with the somatics, completely stored in my body, and I had no idea. And so as a result, I was frozen. And in sort of a frozen state, my knees were aching, my lower back was horrible. In fact, when I would stand up, I would have to walk almost at a 90-degree angle for my first 4 or 5 steps before I could straighten up. And I really truly felt like I was going to be like 100 years old. I'd been to the doctors, I'd talked to physical therapists, and we had done some work, but it just wasn't letting go. And the pain was real. I had it in my shoulders, I had it in my neck, down my shoulder blades, but very seriously in my lower back and my hips. And that's the best way to describe it, just feeling very frozen in my body.
Yeah, I can relate to that in so many ways. How can you tell us how that affected the rest of your life? Like, what was the cost for you in your, you know, your professional life and in personal life?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I could almost barely get out of the car. So going to work was very difficult, just getting up and doing everyday chores. I couldn't lift my foot to put my socks on or bend over to put my shoes on. That's sort of the little things. And from the bigger things, I couldn't go up and down my stairs, and I couldn't clean my house. So very little practical things, but snowballed into bigger things. So I wasn't going out, I wasn't seeing people. I was always in pain. I would have to forego, events with friends. It really transformed my life to be that way. I just felt very isolated and shut down.
And was there a point at all where you were kind of losing hope, like you're going to throw in the towel, or, you know, how was that for you in terms of your emotional life around it?
Oh, yes, very much so. And I considered, turning to taking medications, anything that would help. And emotionally, I was very withdrawn, very tired, exhausted all the time. Just being in pain is exhausting. And as a result, I didn't have the mental or emotional capacity for relationships, for socializing, or even for, creativity and coming up with ideas at work. Very stifled, very
Yeah.
stifled.
Well, thank you for being so vulnerable and sharing this with us, because so many of us experience this in our life. And so just to have someone being able to talk about it like that is really normalizing and really refreshing, actually, to have this sharing. So what shifted for you? Tell us how it, we introduced you to the first part of my body of work is actually based in Hanna Somatics. So it's the lineage of Thomas Hanna in the floor work, and my whole body of work is my own proprietary work. But I would love you to share what shifted. What did you find inside of the somatic work? Where are you now?
Well, it's so interesting that you asked that, because as I'm telling you where I was, my shoulders got tense. I started to embody it again. And then when we finally stop talking about that. I immediately sigh of relief. I left, let my shoulders down. So the experience has been incredibly liberating, to be honest. I never would have believed in a million years that something really so simple has had such an incredible impact on my body. I joke, and it's not a joke, but it kind of is, that previous to this, I kind of dragged my body along with me. I was very much focused on, doing the mindful work and the soulful piece, and the body was just something to drag along,
Right.
bring it along with you. And now I'm realizing that, who I am and what my expression is completely integrated in my body. And so, when I'm feeling joyful, I am relaxed and I'm at ease. And when I'm feeling stressed, I'm tense and tight and in pain. And now that I'm doing the somatics every morning, and I heard another lady say this, but wild horses could not keep me from doing my somatics. I don't care what's going on. I am doing my somatics in the morning because I am releasing so much and I'm letting go and I'm relaxing into me, really, is what I'm coming to discover. There's just such an incredible sense of just letting go of everything that has been building up in my body for probably decades.
Love how you describe that. Can you share a little bit? First of all, I'd like to dig in just to a little few aspects of that. Can you
Yeah.
share what shifted in all that pain you experienced in your body?
Yeah, a lot of grief. I had a lot of grief and, tied up in my body. And there were certain somatic activities that I found really sort of alerted my body to that grief. And once I touched that area, it just came up and it came out, and I just let it flow. And especially when I would relax into the position, that slowly relax, and I'm not a slowly relaxed person. I'm a very type A, let's go faster, harder. And so I was really disciplining myself to be slowly relaxed. And as I went into somatics further, I realized how much I enjoyed slowly relaxing into the,
Mm,
and so much grief. I had a lot of grief come up, and a lot of shame come up, and I've been just letting that go and letting that go. And the idea that I have to push everything all the time and I have to force everything all the time, that's also something that I'm letting go and trying to just be in the flow of things. And that's all come up through the somatic movements. It's remarkable.
beautiful. And is it fair to say that your pain is significantly, if not totally, reduced? Look at you, you're sitting here with this energy. So the one thing that I notice about you, and I know I keep saying it because it's remarkable, but if you don't mind me saying, when you first came into the work, your radiance, it was kind of, we're kind of ashy and
Yeah.
ashen because our circulation's not going, our life's not moving. And we're isolated and we're also in these somatic contractions, but now, and you've relaxed out and your body's moving, you were very stiff. Like, is it fair to say that your body is, that pain and that experience is gone?
It is almost all gone. I'm not going to say that it's entirely gone. I think it's going to take some more with my lower back, especially, but my shoulders, my neck, I catch it during the day and I can embody it and I can release it and let it go. I can't believe how I can catch it. That's been the most significant. I can feel it come up and then I'm just like, no, I'm just going to drop in, and I feel the slowly relax, slowly relax. And so I mean, it's just remarkable. I'll give you such a silly example, but it used to be when I would get out of the shower and I would have a towel, I was very rigid with the towel, like drying my hair had to be faster, harder, let's go, we got things to do. And when I do that, I could sometimes literally throw my neck out, my back out. I mean, so many things. And now I'm just kind of letting it go, slowly and easily. And my day starts so much more gracefully and much more relaxed. And yeah, I mean, the relief from the pain, I'm sighing all the time, just from the relief of, getting out of that painful state that I've been in, and so rigid and stiff for so long,
Mm,
knowing it, not even knowing it.
right. We call that sensory motor amnesia, where we're in a constant state of contraction, but
Yes.
we're unaware of it. It's a reflex running in our body, and it's causing us exhaustion and all those, and stress hormones. And so one last, maybe two last questions. Um, how would you say, like, describe your sense of hopefulness and curiosity and energy for life now?
Yeah, unlimited.
Right.
I feel completely unlimited. I'm excited. I see possibilities everywhere. My mind is going, my body feels fabulous. I'm exercising a little bit more without pushing myself. I'm just gently exercising. But my energy level has just gone up remarkably. And so I just feel fantastic.
And
So
would you say you're like engaging more in relationships and life, like getting out there a bit more?
I, yeah, that's another thing. I've been very, very harsh with strong expectations, with myself and other people.
Yeah.
And now I'm letting them go. I'm letting me be me, and I'm letting other people be themselves. And I'm totally okay with that. I'm just sort of breathing into who they are, and it's okay, instead of me forcing or pushing, an agenda, or whatever it may be that I'm trying to force and push all the time. I'm just relaxing into life, really.
Oh, I love how you say that, relaxing into life. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that that's kind of our birthright? That's what we should be able to do, but we're in such contractions. What's one last thing you'd leave? What's one last word you'd leave with anyone watching this who's considering maybe trying this on?
It's magic. I mean, it really is. It's truly magical, and transformational. Magical and transformational is what I would say. It has certainly been that way for me and my peers. Yeah. There's nothing
Amazing.
like it. Yeah. I've tried yoga. I tried Pilates. I've tried all that stuff. There's nothing like this. This is truly unparalleled.